So recently we had a problem with our internet speed, and yesterday I was on the phone with our internet provider, and after doing a lot of reboots on my end, and then they did some resets on their end, it was determined that we needed a new router because our speeds got real slow. It was at the point that it was really almost unwatchable. You could watch maybe a few seconds, and then it would hold for a few seconds more, just back and forth. So very slow. So I picked up the new router from Netgear. This is the Nighthawk AX3000. I guess the model number would be the AX4. And this is going to replace a Netgear Nighthawk router that I installed about 5 years ago, which worked really fine up until just recently. And the company wanted us to go to their office and to pick up a new router, but I didn't want to do that because they would charge a monthly fee. I would rather just we buy our own and then hang on to it for who knows until it breaks or stops working. But anyway, I picked this up. This has a great reputation, a lot of positive reviews. So we're going to open this up, do an unboxing, and then we're going to hook it up, and we're going to have super quick internet speed again. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's see what's inside. Okay, looks like we have some little propaganda papers in case you want more security and so on. And then we have our quick start guide, which we're going to look at then. Also comes in different languages. Okay, so that's our quick start guide. And then we have this. Looks like the router. And there it is, all shiny and new. And it's got the three little, I guess you would call them, antennas on here. Just like our old one had three of these on. And like I said, that worked really well for many years. At least 5 years anyway. And on back here, we have the spaces for the internet cable hookup, and there's 4 other hookups that we can use. We have a reset button, and of course our AC power inlet where we plug that into. And see what else we got. We have our internet cable here, and looks like we have our AC power adapter right here. So let's go hook this up, and we'll see if we get a super fast connection. So using the quick start guide, it tells us to download the Nighthawk app to install our router. And once we do that, we're just going to follow the setup instructions. And then we're going to get the window that's going to tell us to log in if we already have or already own a Netgear router. We can log in, and then we're going to go to set up a new Nighthawk system. And if this is your first time using the Netgear Nighthawk, you can create an account. And you'll keep following the instructions. And when it tells you to select your product, in my case, it's the Wi-Fi router. I'm going to select that. Okay, now we're going to have to scan the QR code, and that's that little sticker that was on the cellophane or the packaging of, I believe it was the router. So outside of the router packaging, you'll see that little QR code sticker. So using our phone, we're going to scan the QR code, and it'll find your network name. In our case, it's Netgear 70. And if your modem and router isn't unplugged yet, you can disconnect and unplug it. And then you connect the Nighthawk router and the modem using the Ethernet cable. And once you have everything plugged in and on, you should be all set to go. And then your app will be ready. And if you go into your Nighthawk app, you're going to see all kinds of neat stuff on there. And it'll tell you that the internet is online and you have your device manager, and you can even check your internet speed. And I did that a couple of times. Once it was excellent. One time it was very fast. I understand there's better ways of doing this, but this is part of the app that you can use to check everything. And there's other things on here that you can see what's all on here. Your Wi-Fi settings, the Netgear, which is 2.4 gig, versus the Netgear 5G. And for the most part, I was told that we should hook up to 5G, except sometimes on my patio, which is a little distance away, I like to watch a movie using my iPad. And because it's further away, we get a little bit better coverage with using the Netgear 70, just a 2.4 gig, not quite as strong, or I should say fast, but it'll cover a greater distance, or so I'm told. Now, I'm not an IT guy, but these are some of the things that I was told, and they seem to be working quite well. So once we have everything plugged in and we're connected and it's working well on our phone, let's go to the TV. Now on the TV, I went to Settings and Network. And on the right side, you'll see Setup Connection. And then in my case, it was wireless. So we checked wireless, tap that. And on the TV, we're going to choose our network, which in my case, it was Netgear 70 5G. And then it'll ask for your network password. And the password is listed on that tag that's on top of the QR code. And we'll tap connect. So that's pretty much it. In my case, that's what I did. And being that this is a new router, I should be good to go for several more years, hopefully. And the setup instructions were quite simple. So if a guy that's 76 years old can hook it up, most other people should have no problem hooking this up. Just follow the instructions. The quick start guide is pretty much all you need to get started. If you have any kind of issues, on the back of it, you have a troubleshooting section that you can check out if you have a problem. But more than likely, it's going to be a success hooking your new router up to the internet. As it turned out, the problem was not in our router, but in a faulty connection in a coupling that had several cables hooked together. And since we no longer have cable TV, he disconnected that and he took care of the connection. And after he did that, he checked the single strength, and it was very strong all over. He even checked outside the patio where I like to watch my movies. We were very fortunate that Spectrum sent someone over that really knew what he was doing. And it's been a few days. It's been working really super fast. We had no problem. So I decided I'm going to hang on to the new router since the old one was about 5 years old at least. And maybe I'll hang on to it for a spare or possibly sell it on eBay, who knows. But everything is working great. We are very happy with our internet speed now, and we're able to watch TV without any problems or slowdowns. And thank you very much for watching. Wish you all the best.